Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your boy. Welcome to my world, and I'm here today with One Piece chapter 893. And off the gates, the title is Flambe, the 36th daughter of the Charlotte family. And I'm just like, good job, Oda. You messed up on your mistake. Because y'all remember way back when it was like Flambe was like the 33rd daughter. Like y'all remember that? And everybody was like, "Oh, how old is Pudding?" And then like, it was like this huge thing. Now, okay, Oda's like, "Yeah, she's the 36th. Okay, she's the youngest after Pudding, right?" Okay, so we just got all that cleared up. So I'm like, okay, thank you. And cause Sanji he was getting that pedo bear real quick. He was on that watch. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Sanji, don't touch this girl, man. Don't touch her. She's not legal, man. She's not legal. But yeah, anyway, speaking of Flambe through this chapter was hella annoying. She was hella annoying. She was just, oh my gosh, man. But she was roasting the fuck out of everybody. Like Luffy, even fucking Katakuri. I'm like, bruh, and her people, the people that follow her, they just like they're followers. Like to the literal definition, they're followers. They just do whatever the fuck she wants. They're basically her fan club. Like what the fuck? And basically, last chapter when Luffy got hit, because Luffy did get hit before Katakuri hit him with that spear. It's because it wasn't one of the snipers. It was Flambe herself. She has these soundless darts that she shoots out, and she shot Luffy with it. Now, when that happened, it caught Luffy off guard, and Luffy wasn't in like, okay, focus my observation hockey. He was like, how did I get hit? And then that's when Katakuri stabbed him. So that's where we pick up on the on this chapter. And Luffy, he's like writhing on the ground, and he's trying to hold in the pain. He just can't. So he lets out a big ass scream. And throughout the chapter, you got Katakuri. At least throughout the first half of the chapter, you got Katakuri. He's trying to wrap his head around it. He's like, why would you let me hit you? Why would you let it? I think Katakuri wasn't even expecting him to get hit, but Katakuri hit him. So he's like, wait, what's going on? You slipped up. Why'd you slip up? You were doing so good. And then he starts getting on Luffy's case. He's like, what you were doing so good. It's almost as if like he's like rooting for Luffy, but he's basically like, basically you were a worthy opponent. Why did you do that? You were persevering through like almost all my attacks. You kept on going. You were getting stronger while we fought. You slipped up. And then he starts getting mad. He's like I thought you were someone worthy. I thought you were like I thought you were an enemy that I could take pride in fighting. He's like, I guess I was wrong. And then you got Flambe. She's in the background, and she reveals that she did the whole thing. And she's just laughing about it and laughing at Luffy and all that stuff. And you gotta understand, like I can kind of understand how Flambe would would perceive that Katakuri would want to win, would want to win like this, meaning like with her help, her interfering with their fight, because Katakuri has made this image for himself that I'm the son that came out of my mom's vagina and I sat down on my like you know what I'm saying? Like he made this image for himself, and she's basically going off of that image, but also like to the like 10th degree. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause she's like a fangirl of him, maybe a little bit more than a fangirl the way she was acting. But you know what I'm saying? That's not for today. You know. But yeah, I can't blame her for doing what she did. But that's not how Katakuri is. That's a front Katakuri puts on. Katakuri's true personality, the only person that knows it is him. You know what I'm saying? And he's honestly like a very like honorable fighter. He's like, even for a pirate, honestly. So when Flambe finally reveals that she was the one that did it, you know what I'm saying? Like he sees her try and shoot another dart at Luffy. And Luffy dodges because he remembers the training he did with Rayleigh, and Rayleigh was telling him to try and imagine the situation before it happens, like with your observation hockey, and eventually it'll become it'll become powerful enough to the point where you can do it unconsciously. And technically, Luffy is like teetering on like consciousness and unconsciousness, so he gets back up after Katakuri, like he hit him with like a, was it singing pound or singing punch or something like that. He hits him. It's basically like the Gatling version, using the donut mochi, the Gatling version of Luffy's attack. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah, and Luffy gets back up. You know what I'm saying? He dodges, and then that's when Katakuri finally realizes, oh man, that's Flambe's been doing all this. And then he comes to realize, like, oh, so I basically did all that because I thought Luffy wasn't worth my time. You know what I'm saying? I thought he wasn't a worthy opponent anymore. But I was wrong. It was my sister who interfered, and I stabbed him in the stomach because of something that was completely not of my doing. If Flambe didn't do that, then he would have dodged that. I didn't. And I stabbed him in the stomach. You know what I'm saying? So he feels bad about it. He's like, this is not how I want to win. And he even tells Flambe that. And Flambe, you know, she's stuck in her head because she has this image of Katakuri. She's like, yeah, Katakuri's gonna like me doing this. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna like me doing that, and he's gonna give me the attention and the praise more than anybody else, more than any of his other siblings. And you know, she's going there. She's expecting Katakuri to be like open arms and be like, oh, thank you, sister. And no, Katakuri was like, did you expect me to want to win like this? Like, what is your problem? Why are you laughing, you fools? I never wanted to win like this. And he stabs his own self with his spear. And I'm like, yo, Katakuri, you savage. You savage, you. And mind you, Katakuri, at the same time, Katakuri is like tired. He's not as tired as Luffy, but he's still tired. And he just dealt a fatal blow to himself the same way that he dealt it to Luffy. So right now they're about even. They're about even. And now you got Flambe, she's freaking out. And what she perceives as Katakuri, what she had perceived as Katakuri is no longer the case. She's realizing what Katakuri is actually like. And he even takes off the scarf. And she sees his face, and she's like, "Ew!" Like she's very shallow. That's obvious in the chapter. She's a very shallow person, and even her followers, like I said, they are legit followers. They do whatever she does, and she's like, "Go take pictures of them so we can spread it all across the fan club and all that stuff." And they take pictures of like Katakuri, and she's like, "Ew! I don't want your dirty blood. I can't believe someone such as ugly as you is related to me." And I'm like, "Damn!" Like. Just like that, really, just like that. She even refuses to call him brother anymore. She's like, you're not even my brother. I know we're not related. You know what I'm saying? So she basically disowns him, and I'm like, whoa. She is very shallow. You know what I'm saying? The way she thought I guess it's like expectation versus reality. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Katakuri, and he's like, yo, Luffy, I'm sorry, I apologize, that was my bad, I didn't know she was gonna do that, you know what I'm saying? Luffy's like, there's no honor in fighting, you know what I'm saying? It's okay. He's like, I should have dodged it anyway, you know what I'm saying? And Katakuri and Luffy's like, yo, let's get rid of the peanut gallery. And Luffy's like, they can't handle the heat. So then they both use their Conqueror's Haki, knock out everyone. Surprisingly enough, Flambe's like 15, and she already knows what Conqueror's Haki is. So that's interesting. So she already knows. So I'm guessing she might either, if she doesn't have Haki, she at least knows about it. So I guess that's good. But yeah, like before she got knocked out, she was like, this monkey has Conqueror's Haki. You know what I'm saying? And now Luffy and Katakuri, they about to fight fist to fist. You know what I'm saying? Man to man, so that I can get stuff popping, get stuff on the roll. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that was pretty much the chapter, and it's just a lot of characterization and for Katakuri, because like you got Katakuri and he's like that's like his biggest shame, and then for him to take off his scarf, revealing his face, you know what I'm saying, his face he's so ashamed of, and for him to stab himself because of to have an honorable fight with his opponent, that just gives Katakuri so much more character. And it's kind of like Pudding, where Pudding, she was made fun of because of her eye. Katakuri was made fun of because of his face, because we get a flashback of Katakuri when he was younger, and you have kids making fun of him and all that stuff. So there's a parallel between Katakuri and Pudding, and probably a majority of Big Mom's kids, because Big Mom kids come in like every shape and size that you could imagine. Look at opera. Look at brulee. You know what I'm saying? Look at Mount Dole. Look at Peril Sparrow. They're all different. You know what I'm saying? And that just goes to show you that Big Mom's dream, even if she doesn't believe it, like to have every race at the dinner table together, even if she doesn't believe it, their kids most definitely believe it. They most definitely believe it because they've been discriminated against. You know what I'm saying? They've had these hardships where they've been made fun of. They've been outcasted. For them to have all races at the dinner table would make a lot more sense rather than Big Mom. But Big Mom, her saying that and saying I want all races to be at the dinner table, that's good in on paper, because I guess that gives her kids like a sense of like, oh, I am wanted. You know what I'm saying? But when she says like shit like ew, I can't believe even though you're my daughter, that eye makes you look freaky. Even when she says stuff like that, that's when I'm like, Big Mom, kind of hypocrite. If you want all races at the table, you're kind of discriminating against your daughter because you don't learn eye. But yeah, I got a little sidetracked there. But yeah, that it correlates. You know what I'm saying? His shame for his mouth and putting his shame for her eye. But now Katakuri, all that shame is like gone. So if Katakuri loses and he falls on his back or something like that, because you know that whole hype, he's never fallen on his back and all that bullshit, I don't think he's gonna mind. Honestly, I really don't. Say if like, you know how they do in anime, like they fall on their backs. It's like a draw. You know what I'm saying? Like there's one like final attack, and whoever falls down first loses. It's something like that. I don't think Katakuri is gonna mind, and this gives a good reason for Luffy to win. Oh damn! This gives a good reason for Luffy to win, because Katakuri's already wounded himself. He didn't use his mochi. He didn't do nothing. That's straight up flesh and blood, bone, all that stuff. Katakuri wounded himself just as bad as he wounded Luffy. And mentioning Luffy, he's starting his observation haki. It's he can still use haki even though he's like dirt tight. Like he's been beaten the fuck up, but Luffy can still use his haki. So all this stuff is not equivalent to like a Gear 4 transformation where like 3 minutes in Gear 4 is like dead. No haki, nothing. Completely dead. Like honestly. But yeah, with that being said, that's the chapter. I like the growth with I like learning a little bit more and getting a little bit more characterization with Katakuri. Now Katakuri, everything's off. His shame for his mouth, that's gone. He don't care. Like, you laughing at Luffy, laugh at me. Laugh at me. You know what I'm saying? You're the one that's making me look like the fool. Like, don't laugh at Luffy. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're interrupting an art fight and you're laughing at him and you're calling him weak? No. Laugh at me. Laugh at me. You know what I'm saying? He kind of puts the spotlight on him instead of like Luffy, because Luffy didn't do anything. I'm fighting Luffy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me, Katakuri, I'm fighting Luffy. You think he's gonna pay attention to some other shit that's going around? No, don't try. They're kind of like fighting. It's like a fighting friendship. You know what I'm saying? He's like, he's not gonna pay attention to you. He's paying attention to me. You don't do that. Don't do that to my bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But Katakuri, you got all that in that characterization. I love it. And then you got Luffy and his observation haki keep getting better. Like if Luffy, I thought Luffy was doing that thing where like he did against Enel. It was like Gum Gum Taco or Gum Gum Idiot or Gum Gum Brain Dead or something like that. And he just shut off all thought, and he was just moving around and shit, like low key like that. I thought Luffy was doing that shit, and I was like, bruh, bringing it back. But yeah, with that being said, y'all, I will see you later. I almost fucked up. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and if you haven't already, click the little bell if you want to know when I post and get them notifications. And I will see you guys later. Peace.